Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh my goodness. I hope everyone is doing so well today. Let me change the song. There we go. Alrighty. So yeah, hello everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. As you can tell in the title, it's going to be Chat's Choice today. So the choices are, we could paint some honeycomb charms, or we could plan the glass and cut the glass for some tiny little mini moths. Hi Nighty, how are you? Welcome. Good morning, how are you? So yeah, mini moths. Hello! Oh wait. Happy Friday, Junior. That almost went over my head. Happy Friday, Junior. That's really funny. I like that. We would have to cut out this pattern and then also kind of plan everything out. Hi, Verzica. But I think this would be cute. I do have some other mods that we could make as well. I just have to print them out, and then of course we'd have to cut them out and kind of figure out all the details. But I have some ideas. Hello, Charlie. Welcome. Is it a special day? It's a decent day. It's really rainy and overcast outside, and so you'll probably hear rain and thunder at some point because it's just we're in Florida. It's Florida now. So, hi Cassie. Good, doing good. Day off, just hanging out. Very good. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks so much for asking. I filmed some stuff today. I got some glass from Oceanside Glass and Tile, which I'm very excited about. So I unboxed that today, and I was super excited about it. Molly is staring at me, as per usual. There she is. Hi. You want to say hi to the stream? Not right now. Later. But yeah, so I'm kind of leaning more towards the mods. Leaning more towards working on some mods because I have some really cute ideas. But if you want me to bring this camera down to like here and we can paint some honeycombs, we can do that too. My idea is that I want to make some matching honeycombs for our sunflower bear and our mushroom bear. Everyone's breaking down my door for this little sunflower bear, so we're gonna definitely need to make more of those. Hello, Simi? Stare that. Thanks for coming in. Glad to have you at the live stream. Welcome. If no one has an opinion, I think I'm gonna work on the mods. Mods, great. All right, well, I'll wait for some more opinions. To come in. Maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Painting is a little bit tedious and repetitive, so we could do a lot of fun stuff with the mods. Hello, Nanu. Oh, something's not working. I see emotes, maybe? It's not showing up on my end. Hello, Nanu. How are you? Mini moth making. All right, great. Hi. Do a 3-foot by 4-foot panel. No, I refuse. Thank you, Verziga. Yeah, by a landslide. That's fine, Charlie. I am an impatient person sometimes, so I should have just been more patient and waited for your responses. Look at her little feet. Ew, Molly, your little toes. She's got little dinosaur toes. Look how absurdly ridiculous cat feet look when they're disembodied like this. I know, I was being impatient. Moth. Everyone's saying moth, so. Alright. Moth. Let's do it. I gotta make some copies, and then I have some other designs that we could also use. So let's start with this one and see where it goes. I have some things in my brain for colors and like little details. So I'm gonna make a copy of this real quick onto some cardstock. We'll get it cut out, and then we'll get to getting. There's so much nonsense on my gosh darn printer. Oh my lord. Alright, copy. Commencing. Yes, Nanu, that was so cool. I hadn't had a chance to reach out to you yet, but just like let me know how much you would want for that, and I want at least one. I mostly use black patina, so it'd just be nice to have it for when I'm doing like a big patina day. All right. So obviously for these mini mods, we're not doing all of these little sections. It's going to be like one big section. So we're not going to make it as complex as this looks. Speaking of sunflowers, did you see that Amy raised 1,000 pounds? Holy guacamole, for Ukraine, doing an 11-hour stream making a 3D sunflower. That is fantastic. That's a lot of dang money. And that's a really long stream. That's awesome. I saw the sunflower, but I hadn't checked out like the replay or anything, and I'm kind of bad about checking Discords and stuff. But that is freaking awesome. Ooh, we made the design better. Disembodied cat foot to my high school garage band. Yeah, no, we're not doing all of these pieces individually. Trust me. Let me get my paper cutter. My fancy paper cutter. I want to have this not be on a giant sheet of paper. Oh, very nice. Very nice, Nanu. So I'm just doing this so I have like a cuter little like template to work from and not just this giant sheet of paper. All right. So there's that. There's this. Ooh! You might win. Do you know secrets that we don't know, Verzica? All right, now that we have all of that done, I need my X-Acto knife. I don't really know what I'm gonna do for the little antenna, but let me just cut this out real quick. Oh my lord. Orc folk. Whoops. Look how tiny it is. Oh my goodness, golly gee willikers. Now these lines are so thin, so we're gonna have to cut out some extra, like we're gonna have to make the pieces even smaller to account for that. Oh my god, there's literally no way. I'm gonna have to paint that. This is not possible. This is thinner than foil, so we're gonna just follow this little line. think this is doable. And then, so what my idea is, hi Nona, welcome. Antenna wire maybe. That's what I'm thinking, Charlie, so I'm glad we're on the same page. I know lots of secrets you don't know. Don't say that. Verziga, are you able to post any links? I don't know. Twitch, you should be able to post links on Twitch. So if you want to share any links to like donation stuff for Amy, like just feel free to post it. Let's see. Secrets, like what's in your pocket secrets or where the pies? Oh, Sam, no, we are not doing these super tiny itty bitty pieces. It's just going to be one giant piece. This is just a pattern that I've used in the past that I separated out. So it's, ignore the tiny lines. Ignore them because there's no way I'm ever doing that. I like tiny pieces, but not like that. Like, y'all know I am no stranger to some itty bitty microscopic pieces, but even I have my limits. Yeah. Yeah, Vrizga, feel free. Absolutely feel free. I don't mind. I don't want like random links from like a bunch of random people posted willy-nilly, but if I know what it is, it's fine. The body's buggy. My fingers, no, I know, Sam. I would have been worried for my little fingies as well. Yeah, we're ignoring the little detail lines, don't worry. I'm already kind of hesitant about doing this little body piece, but we'll figure it out because that's so tiny. Especially these. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about these. I probably should have cut it like this. Hey, Monkey Foot, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Yeah, I definitely could. I've done wire before for little stuff like this, but okay, I think that will work. So we're gonna use this piece and then we'll just flip it. Remember to smush the like button. Thank you for that very important reminder. Bullstring. Alright, I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So yeah, well, for the top wings, we'll just take this and we'll flip it to do the other side. The bottom will do the same. And then for these little guys, I don't know yet. It seems really tiny, but we'll we'll deal with it. I wish I could have more emotes. It's so small. I don't see any numbers. Hi, Cindy. So I'm not going to be separating out the wings like this. So just ignore the vein lines. All I'm doing is one piece for this, one piece for this. So it's going to be about 7 pieces is what I'm thinking now. I don't know if I'm going to make multiples of these or what, but... And then I think also today, if we plan out a few of these, I want to... cut out some honeycombs because I want to make some honeycombs. So hydration Action drinking is key to moth cutting accurately. Yes. I know. Where's Buttery? I thought he was gonna be back in a second. I was really sad that he hasn't been around, but I know he's like super busy doing stuff for living, so I just hope everything's going okay. Wanted a home for the alligators. He is loved up. Oh, did he get married? Is that where he's been done? Oh, no, that is not intentional. I think I did that yesterday and I forgot to unhost. Stand by, I'm gonna unhost. It shouldn't be still doing it. Thank you for checking on that. Sorry, y'all, I'm just gonna end my hosting on DLive. Okay, that should be good, Brian, if you can let me know if I need to change, if it's still weird. He had have a tooth removed and some other issues, I think. Oh, bless his heart. Him and Wolfie make me so happy. I just love them. They're so cute. Alright, so I want to do... We'll figure it out. Let's pull some glass. Let's pull some glass and let's plan this little moth. Little moth. Alright. So my thought process right now. Let me grab my pretties. So this is kind of what I'm thinking for one of them. Good on DLive. Okay, cool. Thank you. This is what I'm thinking. Possibly maybe from right here. It's like a kind of minty green blue. I could also incorporate some actual like lime green, but this is kind of I kind of like this. Like I don't want to have like a traditional like green like I have been, or at least just not right now. Look at that. So pretty. And the cool part about this too is that it has like just like little wisps of pink and there's like blue. So I think right here is where I want to have it. Now I don't know if I'm going to I don't know yet. Bootyful! Quark. Yeah, I found this and I bought it so fast. I pulled it from the shelf. I bought it so fast my head almost started spinning. I pulled it out and I was just like, oh, and I just put it on the table to buy. So that's one of them that I'm considering. The other one, I'm thinking about doing maybe like a light purple. Let me see. Let's see what we have. So we have this. I get to go glass shopping in May. I had to put it off as my wife needed a filling redone. Oh, well, I'm excited that you get to do that still, even though you had to push off of it. I would say wife's teeth are probably a little bit more important. We also have this one. This one. It's this one. I'm doing this one. This, I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Can you see these little bubbles? It looks like a night sky with these little bubbles that it has in the glass. You cannot see it very well, but I want to do some, even though this is going to be for the greenhouse collection, I want to do some of my like starry moon paintings, so I want to do at least one. Plus, it's still in the theme of the greenhouse collection, right? It's still like a moth, bugs. So we're gonna make one out of this purple, and then we're gonna make one out of this teal. And in a little bit, I'll show you the glass that Oceanside sent me. I got 5 sheets from them, and I'm pretty sure they did their research on the fact that I'm doing the greenhouse collection, because they sent me quite a few pieces. Like, the pieces that they sent me all work really well for the greenhouse collection, so I think they did their research. Either that or it was just a complete coinky-dink, which I don't think it was. I do not think it was. This is Armstrong. I think I'm gonna do it from this side. I like this. This is like more purple. Although this side, I'm gonna get this Sharpie off, and then I'm gonna take the sticker off, and we'll kind of figure out. Teal is one of my favorite colors. Me too. Me too. Although recently it's changed from like a teal to I really have been loving like just green. Like everything in here is just green, so I love it. And the glass that I got is part of the sponsorship. So yes, the glass that they sent me, that was part of the sponsorship, which I am so happy to be paid in glass. Like, I love it so much. They were like, hey, do you want to do this? And then we'll send you glass. And I was just like, uh-huh. And thank you, Nenu. I appreciate it. It's very, very exciting. Let me grab some scissors. Ah! All right. There's like some ghost numbers here. Where is my magic eraser? I literally never know where it is. Oceanside, heck yeah. Heck yeah. They're really, really good about all their marketing stuff. Like, I am impressed with their outreach to stained glass artists and stuff. All right, let's see if this will come off. I don't think it's going to. It looks like someone used a marker, and you can't really see it, but there's some faint numbers. So let's see if we can get a piece of washcloth and some alcohol and see if we can take it off with that. This is why I hate when people write on glass and then never wipe it off, because sometimes it doesn't come off. Like this one isn't coming off. Ghost of Sharpie Past, yes. Good. Pattern pieces going everywhere. Hey, Death Thinker, thank you so much for the lemons. How are you doing today? Welcome. I think I removed it enough. So I'm gonna be painting over it. It's really only noticeable to people like me who are like crazy. Spoke Sunbear. Hi Atlas, welcome. Monkey, that is what this is. Oh, this is rubbing alcohol. I don't have acetone. I used to have acetone. That's 70% isopropyl, and it's just like ingrained. I don't understand. Oh, let's try that. Sharpie. Nope. Cool. Use the grinder. Squeaky.
Molly.
Well, let's just plan it out. It might not be visible. These pieces are going to be really small, and I'm going to be painting on it, so I don't think it'll be super visible. If it is, of course, we won't do it, but... WD-40. I might have some of that in the trailer, but I don't know where it is currently. I think it's in our... we have pull-through storage. I started my very first stained glass piece last night. Yay! That is so exciting! What are you working on, Atlas? I'm sorry if I've asked that. I have the worst memory ever. Oh, I can't remember if you said what your first project was going to be. I think that's good. There's like this kind of thick streaky mark, and you can only see a little tiny bit of the 6. You can't see what I'm talking about, but I think this will work. So that wing, and then that is that side. We're gonna do this wing on this side. It's gonna be a proper moon moth, I'll tell you that much for free. Proper moon moth. Okay, so these lines, I'm just gonna draw this on the back so I can see how I want the see how I want the grain of the glass to go when I flip this over. So this one, I want the bottom wings to be darker for no particular reason. I think like this will be good. Ooh, might leave oily schmutz. The shop mailed purple glass. Yay! We love purples. We just love them. How do I want this to go? Do I want this to be like this? I feel like, so for this part of the wing, I think I want the striations to kind of come at an angle instead of going straight up and down. So let me erase this. We're gonna redo this one. Yes. Ultimate ultimate matching technique. It's good. It's good. How did I say? I wanted it like this at an angle. Let's try this and see how we like it. Alright, so this is the bottom right wing, and it's gonna come out like this, which I like that a lot better. So let's do the other wing at an angle. I think probably like this. Like this. We'll match it up. Also, sorry, you said it's a flower that you can hang in a window. Beautiful. I'm sorry that took me forever to reply to, Atlas. Alright, so that is, let's see. This is this wing. And there's gonna be like a spot here. Pretend like there's, oh wait, wrong way! Oh my lord. What am I doing? Does anyone know when to use grozers versus running braking pliers? Still trying to figure it out. I can totally help you with that. As someone who is team Grozer all the way, but recently switched to using running pliers, running pliers for me are more often used for long pieces. So say I wanted to cut this strip off, running pliers are really good for breaking off long strips and straight lines. Exactly. Grozers, I don't know if you're saying runners or grozers for straight lines. Grozers are mostly what I use, and they're ideally better for breaking off smaller pieces. So I would not use my grozers to break off an entire strip, right? But these little tiny extra bits, like say I'm gonna cut this off, this piece right here, I would use my grozers. And what I like to do is have my grozers on one edge or the other. Generally, so for this one, I like to have my grozers on the thinnest edge. So you see how this is tapering to a little point right here. I find that if I put my grozers on that small little edge and break from there, it results in a cleaner line than if I broke from this end or the middle. I hope that makes sense. You could totally use runners for that. It's really just come down to personal preference. I only used grozers for most of my stained glass creations up until about 8 months ago. Someone sent me the grozers that I had, or the runners that I had on my wish list on Amazon. Yay. And I've been like slowly but surely incorporating them more. Let me focus. Let me redraw this line. And then there's also small grozers, which I use for breaking off itty bitty tiny itty bitty pieces. I need to do like just the tips there's yes, it's catching on. But yeah, I'm glad that's helpful. Runners for me personally, I don't trust them as much. Some people, like Simi is saying that they use them for curves. Some like them for curves. I don't trust them as much as I trust grozers, but that's because I didn't have running pliers and I was too lazy to just go buy some. So I use grozers, like I said, for almost everything. So I mainly use, these are my main grozers that I use. So they're like normal tip. You've probably seen me use my tiny grozers because y'all know I'm on Team Grozer. Like I've repeated it 5 times now. These are super tiny compared to the main normal grozers. And they're more of a point. Like you can see how precisely they meet up. And this one's a little thicker. This is good for super tiny, like eating off all these tiny itty bitty little pieces that might be left over that you can't get with actual grozers. So, I think I was using my grozers wrong. The glass would crumble and get crunchy. So the thing is, grozers, if you don't use them right, they can get crunchy. Also, hi Elizabeth, welcome. Grozers can get really crunchy. So I've found that, okay, so let me do some clarification here too. Grozing is a technique that crunches the glass off, right? So from everything, I don't use the grozing technique, but there are videos of stained glass artists talking about the grozing technique. And so what you would do to groze is, that's why there's all these serrated lines. So you can use these and you can crunch off glass and it can help you with super concave pieces of glass. Like I said, I don't use that technique. I just rely on my ring saw, but there is a grozing method of it like eats the glass and it slowly crunches everything away. Now, that is, to do that technique, as far as I'm aware, like I said, I don't use this technique, but I have watched videos. So from everything that I can learn, from everything I've learned and watched, if you use the grozers for grozing, which is like slowly crunching away at a concave piece, you hold them upside down like this, and that's how you crunch away glass. Now, for what I use them for, which is breaking, I have the straight side on the top, right? So you want to perfectly line up your grozers with your score line. And what you want to do is you don't want to pull down. So you don't want there to be a, like say there's a piece of glass right here. You don't want to go down. You want to pull apart. And that is going to let you have a cleaner break line than if you were trying to like, you know, have like a little flicking motion. So pull apart. I know it doesn't sound as intuitive, but it results in a cleaner break, I promise. Also, hi everyone! Thank you so much for the lemons. Hello, Sabrina. I don't know what I call you. I feel like I call you different things each time. Hello, welcome. I would post pics of the super thin cuts I managed to pull off with the small ones. You should put, yes, you should. This is also helpful. That's where I was going wrong. Yes, yes, yes. I'm glad to help. The other thing I've noticed too is, so with grozers, if you're cutting on super textured glass, it can start getting crumbly if you're using your grozing pliers. So, for instance, like English muffle. Where's English muffle? Just so you can have like a good visual, right? So English muffle, this is the more textured side, this is the smoother side. You're going to be cutting the glass from the smooth side. So I've found that when you're using grozers and those curved part is on that like more textured side, it can result in more crunchy, like splintery stuff. That's why for textured glass, this is something that I've started doing in the last few months that I actually prefer. You've seen me do the back tapping method. So I could easily break these with these pliers, no problem. But I found that if you make your score line and then you just gently tap, so this score line is on this side, you're tapping the back side, that can help you deepen that score line and break the glass without having to involve the grozing pliers and possibly getting crunchy glass everywhere. So I hope I didn't just like overwhelm you with stuff. I don't know, Berziga. I know I failed you. I have failed you. Now, English muffle might not be the best example because it is a less intense texture than, say, some other glass, like Ripple and that sort of thing. But it was just kind of the first thing that came to mind. So I don't personally have problems with using my grozers on English muffle, but if you're new, if you're still getting used to it, the technique, I'm just saying you might run into problems with textured glass because it's a little more finesse. Yay! Glad to help, Atlas. Glad to help. All right, so there's like an eye spot here, and then this one has an eye spot here. I think that's good. We'll cut the little tiny, like this little part of the bottom part of the wings from somewhere. So we'll go ahead and get this scored up. So for this, I've never worked with this glass before. I could use running pliers for this. I don't know why I've been using, I like this technique when I'm uncertain, right? So I don't trust my runners as much, but I do trust the back tap method. It's just like, for me, it works really well. So I scored the glass, and then you've seen me do this multiple times. Since we're on the topic of breaking glass, I'm just trying to like, you know, explain it more as I go. Now, when you're doing this, you can hold it like this and just tap on the back. Or alternatively, if you know where you scored the glass, you can put the edge of the glass that's on the other side of the score line, and you can apply a little bit of pressure downwards and then tap that glass, and usually you'll be able to see the score line start coming in. This is a weird glass. I think it's going to be kind of hard to break, so I'm being a little bit more cautious with this. but I was just applying a little bit of downward pressure. I hit it to where it weakened the score line enough and then thunked off. Hello, Mojo, thank you so much. Or Mojo? Moho? I don't know. Hi, thanks. All right. And we managed to avoid this big 6 that was in here that was like the ghost thing. The ghost 6 from the ghost of Sharpie's past. Yeah, I just find that back tapping method, like, just from so much trial and error that I've done over the years, it just, like, if I'm uncertain about a glass or of how it's going to break, you can just kind of take your time, and it kind of helps, like, it kind of does the work for you. That is just, this method is just reliably given me the cleanest breaks, and, like, given me clean breaks in doing weird cuts, especially. The first pronunciation of the second one, the silent J, or the HJ, or the oh no, I hate saying things wrong, so just let me know. Thanks for liking and subscribing, by the way. I really appreciate it. If you ever have any stained glass questions, please feel free to ask away, and I will try to explain it as best as I can. Hey, Megs, welcome. How are you doing? Are you ready? Are you ready? How much do you have left? I have another question. Can you go over a scoreline twice with your scoring tool? Generally, you shouldn't. I have before. That might be a no-no, but sometimes I will, like, might not have scored the glass deep enough the first time. Like, sometimes, glass can just be kind of weird and just do weird stuff. So I have scored over the same place twice, but it's not something I do commonly, if that makes sense. I have companionship for my glasswork. Yay! All right, there's one little wing. I was soldering until midnight last night. Mags, you mad lad. See, look at that. It's so clean. So clean. My lord. I need to make a video specifically. The first, J is not silent. Mojo, okay. Hi, thanks for clarifying. I want to make a video specifically about the back tap method. My goodness. I have a project I have to finish tomorrow. I'll be working on it all afternoon. Oh, thank you so much, Atlas. I'm so glad to have you here. Thank you for asking questions to make me actually focus on stained glass. Now, I will slightly go back on something I said. If I am doing tiny, itty bitty, like, okay, there's a tiny little piece right here. You can't even see it. It's so small. If I'm using grozers on that, I do use a tiny upward motion. I don't pull out. So that is for super tiny pieces. I will just do like a little dink, just dink. That's mostly when I use like a kind of downward breaking motion. Trust me, you'll get to the point though. You will get to the point that you just do what feels right. You just know what to do. Your hands know what to do. You'll pick up a glass. This is the best part of once you start doing stained glass for a while. When you pick up a piece of glass, you can intuitively know if it's going to be easy to work with or not. Like just from the weight and like just like how it looks. I don't know. It's like you just touch it and you're just like, this is going to cut fantastically. That's why a lot of times I'll be like, I don't know how this glass is going to cut, but I think it's going to be okay. And then sometimes it's not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But I think that also, like, if you know a brand, generally a brand is going to be pretty consistent. Had to step away, how dare you? It's fine. I'll also say, keep in mind, this is just how I do it. I like to just give that little preface. A lot of artists do things differently. So this is not me saying you have to do it this way. It's just me sharing how I do things and what I've learned. So don't feel like, oh, that's the only way that you can do that. It's not. There's a million and one ways to do things. So for instance, for this piece, a lot of times the back tapping method doesn't work for smaller pieces like this. So I tapped it a few times and then I'm going to come in, I'm going to focus on this like thinner side. And then I'm going to pull apart. There's a little tiny itty bitty bit left that you can barely see, but cleaner than if I had started on the other side. Tomorrow should be all patina and polish. Ugh. I'll tell you what, I just do not like doing patina. I got as far as tracing my template onto the glass and started to break the excess glass off. I'm looking forward to getting more time with it. Yay! Very exciting. Oh god, it's so chunky. I put the pics in Discord. Nice. Yeah, you can cut off, you can break off some serious little daggers with the tiny grozers. Some serious tiny pieces of glass. I'm probably going to be up tonight until midnight again. It's getting close. Hold on to your pants. I believe in you, Mags. No. No. It failed me. I'm not perfect, and neither are my techniques. Just wanted to say that. How does this even go? What am I looking at? This might have enough excess on it that I don't even have to. I think that's actually fine. There's like hardly anything. I'm pretty sure I can just grind it to fit. Doesn't have to be perfect either. I'm printing some inserts for my shelves so I can stack my glass. My cubbies are annoyingly 11¼ inch and not large enough for... No! That's so annoying. I believe in you, Mags. You will. You will. just ruined glass because my stupid wired headphones got caught on it. Put this back here. Yeah, everything is fixable, right? And luckily there's enough extra because I didn't cut the Sharpie line off of this that we can make it work. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, we got to figure out what color we want to do for the body. I think I want to do some iridescent purple. Let's see. So let's grab our iridescent glass. Is this blue or purple? I have no idea what this is. Purple? This is purple. Okay. Are certain types of glass easier to cut than others in your experience? Yes, absolutely. So generally, your transparent glass is going to be easier than opaque glass. So opaque means you can't see light through it as easy. Like you can't see like onto the other side of the glass, right? It's not transparent. It's not like a window. I work with mostly opaques. Generally, they are going to be harder and more variable in difficulty to cut than transparents. Some people say pinks are the hardest to cut. I personally I haven't found that to be true. I think the more wisps it has in it, like the more white wisps, is going to make it harder to cut. The glass that I've had the hardest time with across the board is browns. Specifically like old spectrum browns. This one, let me find it. Oh my god, this one is so not fun to work with. You can see all that like white wisping stuff in it. So browns are a little bit more difficult in my experience. I don't know if that's just like the brands that I've picked up consistently or the only ones I've had access to, but additionally, really textured glass is going to be probably the most difficult to work with. The most difficult glass I think I've ever worked with, and I've talked about this before, was this glass. This was my first project, and I didn't know anything about like picking glass, or I didn't even think that there was going to be a difference in like glass textures and stuff. So you can see that this side is textured, this side is also still textured, and it's like wavy. So there's multiple depths and layers to the texture of this glass. This, to this day, was the hardest glass I've ever worked with. I don't know what it is, even though it's transparent. I don't know why. It is just a really tough glass. So, gosh, it's just so hard. I cried. This made me cry. When I made this, I was crying because my scoring tool was old and rusted, so it wasn't working. And then I went and got a new one, and I didn't know how to cut glass still. And I wasted so much of this sheet, and I was like just crying out of frustration. And I was like, Brian, why did I start getting into this? I don't know what I'm doing. So, and you can see, like, I didn't know what I was doing. I put the jump rings just like on the edge. This one broke off because you're not supposed to do that because this is really heavy. So you're supposed to put your jump rings, like I should have put them here and here, and that wouldn't have been a problem. So I want to hang this up, but I can't. So I could resolder it, I could redo it, but I kind of like having it as like a reminder. I'm definitely gonna check out those pictures. I saw your patina and paintbrush holder. Heck yeah. Being colorblind would suck. You are correct. I see colors so vividly that like I just can't imagine. My first tattoo artist was colorblind, and my first and only color tattoo was done by a guy who's colorblind. And he's like, oh, I know color theory, so it's okay. And I was just like, what? Like, he told me while he was working on the color. It came out great. But it was just like, huh, you're colorblind? You're doing my color tattoo and you're colorblind? Cool. Fair enough. I think I'm gonna do this iridescent purple. It's like a very light purple when you see it in through the light. So I think that's what we're gonna use for the body, because the body is just this tiny little sliver. Hello, how are you doing, Lord Kaltenberg? Welcome. We're working on nighttime butterflies. Whoops. Whoops. I think I should be able to use this piece because it's so tiny. Yeah. Let me grab my silver. Colorblind graffiti artist. I was sick, but now I'm not. Heck yeah. Good to hear. This this iridescent purple is a nightmare to work with, by the way. It cuts very poorly. Very, very poorly. Cassie, it made me nervous, but the only reason that I wasn't like, I had seen all of his work that he had done and I really liked it, which is why I chose him originally. He was kind of rude though, like he wasn't very nice. My tattoo artist for my sleeve and a half, he knows how to butter you up. Like, he's real nice. This glass is so hard to cut. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna worry about getting the cuts super close just because this glass is kind of wild. Kind of wild and wacky when it likes to, when you're trying to get tiny details. So, all right, her little body. It's this little purple. She's gonna look like a butterfly for a while, but it's a moth, so we just have to convince everyone it's a moth. Alright, so then last but not least is going to be her little tail frills, which I want to be the darkest part. I don't know if we're gonna have enough now, so we'll have to go back to the sheet of glass. Yeah, he was just not very, and he might have been nice, like he might have been alright, he might have just been really introverted, but it was my first tattoo. I had no idea what I was getting into going into it. I went alone. For one of my sessions, my car broke down as they were closing, and I was crying because I had this big weepy tattoo covering my entire thigh. Every mechanic shop was closing down. I got a mechanic shop literally across the street. I walked up and I was like, I'm here for a tattoo. I live 2 hours away and my car won't start, or like it just like the accelerator wasn't working or something, like, or the pedal wasn't working. And I was like, I know you guys are closing. I was just sobbing because I was about to be stuck in a big city 2 hours away. And then this guy was like, I'm about to get off, but I can come look at it real quick. And like this cable for the on the pedal had gotten detached or something, and he just like reattached it and it was fine. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. Oh god, it was terrible. I forgot about that. Traumatic. And I went into the shop. The owner of the tattoo shop didn't ask me what I was coming back in for. Like I was like, hey, like, is my dude still here? And they were like, no, he left. And then I was like, okay, my car is like not working. And they were just like, oh, that sucks. And then they just like went back to their conversation. What kind of hospitality or lack of hospitality is that? Terrible. Someone that just gave your shop money is broken down and you just pretend like nothing is happening. Turds. I think so. It just got like detached or something. It was this old what was it? I had a I had a Mercury Mariner, the ugliest car in existence. And that old hunk of junk, this like cable thing, he just like looked at it. I was like, the pedal isn't doing anything. I was like limping around. My God. It was so nice. I was fully prepared to be stranded in the middle of a big city. Fully prepared. And then after that, I think that was my last session, and I was like, I didn't want to go back there. Yeah, your car broke down. Sucks to suck. Yeah, that's basically how they treated it. Very rude. They're one of the most popular, or they were one of the most popular tattoo places in Orlando too. I'm sure it's different now. That was many years ago, but found them. They were so good. And then when I told my current artist that story, and he was just like, "Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. They're kind of douchey over there." Pardon my French, but yeah, he was like, "That does not surprise me at all." And I was like, "Oh, okay." All right, let's see if we can break these without heartbreak. What the heck just happened? This glass is squirrely. It's kind of squirrely. There's a switch on the brake to turn your brake lights on. It also tells the computer the pedal is pushed and you can start your car. I swear to God, he reattached something. He was like, yeah, it was Orlando. Yeah. Well, my other guy's in Orlando too, and I don't have a problem with him. So obviously, because I just love him. I love him, but yay! All right, so there's a practical application for running pliers. There you go. All right, which way do these go? I don't even know. Where's my piece? It's like this. So this is gonna be the right side, and this will be like so. Yep, that car was so bad, but it's fine. We got another one, so. I don't remember how I started talking about that, but. My guy is so nice though, but I also kind of bribe him with Wawa pretzels, so there's that. Anytime I go to the store, I get him food and donuts and stuff. Yay, there's our ugly little, really rough Luna moth. Purple. We're gonna do some cute painting on it. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do for the little antenna, because they have like fuzzy antenna. I don't want to make them their own separate pieces, so I might just do the wire like we talked about. I could do wire loops and fill it in with solder. So there's a few different things we can do. I worked at an AutoZone in Virginia Beach by the airbase for extra cash. After the air show, we had tons of people coming in with cars on the last leg. Oh no. Still traumatic. Alright, we're gonna tape this together so it can be easily transported. I just cleaned my table off and it's already super chaotic. Whoops. There we go. This could also double as a little butterfly. For legal reasons, we were not supposed to fix things, but I did. Oh, because, okay. Water pump for people. You gotta help people like me who don't know what we're doing with our cars. Well, you don't have to, but it's helpful when people help us poor, unknowledgeable folks. All right. I don't know why this isn't sticking. Weird. All right, so there's one moth. For the paint, do I have to wait the 24 hours to put it in the oven? If I touch the paint and it's not tacky, can I put it in the oven? It really depends. I personally, I have waited 12 hours before and it was fine. I don't do super thick paint though, so for me it dries a lot faster than if you're doing large swaths of like thick paint. If you're just doing like little details, because there's definitely been times where I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to paint this. I paint it at like 8 at night. Next morning at like 9, I'll bake it. It's just if you're doing like large puddles of paint, you definitely want to wait the full 24 hours. But if it's just like little tiny details and like my stars seriously take like probably an hour to dry. I still wait 24 hours. Like I still wait the full amount of time usually, or at least like a minimum of 12 hours, but if I got stranded and would prefer it to be in the wild. Yeah, right? I could probably do better. Oh, God, there weren't even hotels around there that I remember. I'm sure there were, I just didn't know, but anyway, let's work on the minty one. The minty. Let me see. What type of paint do you use? I use Pebeo Vitrio 160. I just recently put out a video that talks about it more too, so that was the most recent video that I posted. Hi Sarah, how are you? Welcome. This is on shuffle and it's literally just playing everything in order. Whatever. I put it on this morning. Maybe I'll look tonight around 10. I think that should be fine, Mags. Honestly, like if it's small enough too, I think it should be fine. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, we're gonna plan this on this side, even though I don't like cutting on the more textured side. I want this side to be... Do we want this side visible or do we want this side? Oh god, conundrum. A true conundrum. I personally like... So what I tend to do for this kind of glass is I will have the least textured side be the one that I paint on and the one that's like the front. And then if people want, they can flip it over and have an unpainted moth. Like they can have a different thing and it looks a little bit different. So, where is Sir Charles? He was here a little bit ago. He might just be lurking. He might just be hanging out in the background. They are dots for my chickens. Oh, hi Noctis. He's so cozy. Let me put this moth somewhere, anywhere, just up here. Okay, so we're gonna plan the top parts of the wings. I don't know how we want this to look. I don't know if we want them up here or down here. We will figure it out. Because I need it to go... I don't want to, like, have to take off this huge chunk. Wait. Oh, I don't even want it there. I want it over here. My lord. Huh. Right here. How are you doing today, Noctis? Ugh. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna like how this looks, but we're just gonna trace it out and we're gonna see. Good, just waking up. Well, hello, good morning. It's actually just completely green right there. But it doesn't look like it. If it's in pure light, it's not as green as it looks. I think this is good. And then the bottom parts of the wings will be kind of more variable. We'll figure it out. If you finish soldering a piece and then realize you wanted to paint some details, can you still bake it? No. Nope, nope, nope. As far as that's from my kind of mentor. If you want to paint details, you'll just have to kind of, I'm trying to get to focus, sorry. If you want to paint details, you can just not bake it, but you have to let them know that it could come off if they polish it, like if they clean it in the future. Hi, Andy. Thank you so much for the follow and for the lemons. Welcome. The camera quality is really grainy. My camera is kind of crappy, so I'm sorry. That's like my next thing that I want to upgrade. I want a camera really badly, a new camera, high quality camera. I want one. How are you doing today, Andy? West? Welcome in. Hope you're doing so well today. What does that mean, grainy? I don't know. Is it like just now newly grainy? Or is it like just been grainy? Let me open it on DLive and see if I can see what you're talking about. Oh, okay. I was pixelated for a bit, but then came back. Well, my camera is also, like, I desperately need to upgrade my camera. Ooh, I'm almost at 400 followers on D Live. Wow. I have an itch. Oh no. That's probably my internet then, honestly. It's kind of overcast today. Hold on. Part of that might be because my phone was connecting to the internet, which it should not. It should not. I apologize for the pixelation. Oh no, I have to do taxes. I just remembered about taxes. Aww. A bunch of big pixels. I didn't see it on DLive. I just checked the DLive thing. I don't know how to fix it. It might have been because of my phone. Ugh, taxes. Hi, I've been silently watching as I rearrange my living plant office room. Now it's time to work while listening. Hi, Annie. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's probably the internet. Molly is just going all over the place. I see her darting around. She's going crazy in here. Molly? Every time I say her name, if she's like just looking off into nothing, I say her name and she looks the exact opposite direction. What the heck? I'm sorry for the low quality. I have no idea. I don't see anything about dropped like frames or anything like that. Everything is looking fine. Let me look on YouTube. Has to be a YouTube thing. Yeah, because DLive, it looks perfectly fine. I'm not on the internet anymore. Yay. Ooh, look at the color. It doesn't show up as nicely on my laptop, but on the stream, it looks super pretty. Cool. You guys see a whole different thing than I can see on my laptop. It looks like on my laptop screen, everything's really washed out, but on, you can like see all the teals and stuff. Neat. All right, so theoretically our eye spot would be here if we're drawing that. Let me check my glass again. I just don't like it there. Let's see. I'm sorry, I keep having to reposition this bottom wing. It's just very teal here, but it's very green where I put the wings, so maybe I need to put them like right here. Clear for me, super clear on Twitch. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's try. Rude. Sorry, y'all. Making you dizzy. My wires are going everywhere. This like disconnected and it's like super loose now. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at that again. So there's like a big blue streak and some pinks. I don't like that either, really. She's just gonna be all over the place, and that is fine. I think this one I want to do like here. And I'll just have to cut this section off. And then what I can probably do is do some honeycombs out of this to like use up this stuff. All right. I don't know how this happened. Oh my God. Why do you do this to me? Hold on. Hold on. I don't know what happened with my camera, why it does this sometimes, but it like unscrewed itself and it was super loose. That's why it was knocking around and spinning everywhere. All right. There we go. Now, very, very secure. So let's break this and pray to the glass gods that this does not break inappropriately, because this is a super pretty glass. So let's try to cut here. Okay. We're gonna take our time with this. We're gonna be really gentle. We're not gonna rush it, because this is the type of glass that we just need to be careful. That's it. End of sentence. I have no idea why there's these weird missing, like, what is that? I don't know how that happened. Fancy meeting you here. Be very tender with this. There we go. Easy. Easy. Very delicate, because if this breaks, I'm gonna be distraught. Perfect. I have no idea what's going on with this glass. I don't like it. We'll have to grind this piece down a little bit. There's some that chunked off just because I think it was a weird, it's just a weird piece. It's fine though, that's fine. Just left a like and subscribed. Thank you so much. Trying to be hip like the youngsters. But yeah, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. That helps the channel a whole lot. Helps me grow. Helps us take over the world with stained glass. I feel like this song has played like 5 times. That can be set aside. This is super pretty. This has like pinks and blues and yellows in it. I love it. I just love it. I'm gonna get these tiny little pieces off. World domination. Yes. Look at this cute little he's a night butterfly. This could just be a butterfly though. Look at him. Oh. Do you know each other? This is cute if you know each other. I like it. If not, it's extra cute. Wow. Cool. Nice looking ink. Thank you so much. This is just like isn't breaking. I'm talking a little bit less right now just because this glass is very expensive and I just like I've had this glass break in weird ways before. But yes, thank you. I have my inside of my cathedral. I have my castle or cathedral at the top. Whatever you want to view it as. I got this, like, when I had just started doing stained glass, too. I've just always loved Gothic architecture, if you can't tell by my Gothic cathedral arches in the background. We do sorta know each other. I feel like that means you really know each other. Is this Mr. Mags? Just like Mr. Rachel, is this Mr. Mags? Alright, yep, just crunching off, that's fine. I don't know if I even want to attempt, if I just want to use my grinder for these extra bits, which I think that's what I'm going to do. If I start it starts getting squirrely, I'm like, okay, we're just going to make our grinder do a little bit extra work, it's fine. Tells me I was born. I'm like starting to get to the point where I'm like, oh my lord, like I think people are like in their 30s and then they're like, yeah, I'm 24, and I'm just like, you're younger than me? What? Thank you so much. I love my sleeve so much. Every time I look at it in the mirror, or like I see it on stream, or if I see it in my videos, anytime I see it, I'm just like, oh, look at it. My artist did such a good job. Like, I love how this looks so much. You know what? You know what? I just had a thought. My next tattoo appointment is in June. Hopefully, I have to reschedule it though. Just happened. Chicken drama outside. My ankles, all right, we're gonna diverge a little bit from stained glass right now. My ankles, one side is a wraparound like forest, like it's just the silhouette of trees, and the other side is the silhouette of a castle. Would it be too much for me to get, so like they look very similar, even though one, yeah, what the heck, Atlas? It's like that, where I'm just like, I like forget how my age, I'm 27, so it's not like I'm not in my 30s or anything yet, but, which that isn't old to me either, so that's not what I was trying to say, but it's just like, I don't know, I just keep, I'll see people on YouTube, right, and I'm like, that is a distinguished gentleman, and then they're like 22, and I'm just like, what? You're 22? Stop. It's just like, it just happens more and more, where I'm just like, oh my lord. I'm wearing sandals right now, so I don't want to show feet pics. How can I do this without showing feet? I don't know. Here, it's okay if it's like in the ground. Just a spring chicken, yeah. All right, y'all get to see him. So this ankle, you can see, is like castles, right? Sorry, it's really awkward. Castles. And then this one is trees. Oh, it's like they both go all the way around. So, and like this side, obviously this sleeve is on the same side as my castle ankle. And then this side is gonna be my like nature. I have a bear tattoo on my right thigh, so this side is gonna be more like trees and stuff like that. How do we view your wish list on Amazon? That's a great question. I think my Amazon wish list should be linked somewhere. It should be down below. I thought it was. I'll put the link. You're a year older than my son. Yay! I'm 35 and forget that people my age have 10 and 18-year-olds. 18-year-olds? What? Glares at you in old people mode. Granted, alright, so I don't think, like, people in their 30s or late 30s or 40s, I don't think they're old because I'm a little bit, like, different. I have a different mindset because Brian is 10 years older than me. So, let me find my wish list in case anyone wants to... I don't even like asking, but someone asked, so I'm going to get you my wish list. Let's see. How do I view my lists? Why do they make it so hard? Stand by. They make it so hard. Also, thank you. I'm glad you guys like my ankles. They've, I got them many years ago. Oh, here we go. My lists. So hard to find. SunBear's wish list. There we go. Yay. My son is 26. I'm turning 65 this June. Beautiful. I don't remember how old my mom is, but she's somewhere around there. Yeah, you changed that subject. okay? I'm an old soul. Hi, Michaela. You're 18. Just a beautiful young spring chickie. Oh. My intention is not to make anyone feel bad about their age. By the way, there's a lot to be learned from people who are older than me. Respect your elders, right? Okay. And there's also nothing wrong if you're young. I'm just saying, like, I keep having those situations where I'm like, what? I'm older than you? I feel like I'm the same age. It's weird. You know you're old when you see a pretty girl and you think you should set them up with your kid. Oh, that's beautiful. Focus. We need this to break properly. Yes. Look how pretty that is on the back. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm not even gonna try to break this. We're gonna grind all of it. All of it. Alright, so there's that. Look at this little moth. Look at her. I just don't want to make people feel bad. I have to make sure people know that. That is never, ever my intention. 70 here! We have all age groups. I love it. I love it. I look at people my age who look like they have a comma in their checking account and ask myself, what am I doing? Right? That's ridiculous. People who are like, trust me, I feel the same way. The good thing is I'll be retiring a year from December, so much more time for glasswork. Yay! Exciting! I am excited for you. Can we watch you grind some? I don't have it to where I grind on my stream. But I am gonna work on start planning a grinding video because it is requested a lot and it's just something I need to do. So I can definitely do some grinding on the stream in the future or whenever. I just gotta set it up. There's a bunch of stuff, junk sitting on top of my grinder right now. He was 4 and tried asking out a waitress at a restaurant. My wife said, "You're 4, you can't drive. How'd you take her on a date?" You can drive us. That's so funny. Greetings from Switzerland. Hello, welcome. Let me just remove that. Entertaining for all ages. I'm so glad. I love it. I love it. I've always enjoyed hanging out with older individuals. Like when I was younger, there was this older woman down the street. I think she was like in her 60s or 70s, because I think she was in her 60s or 70s when I was a little kid. She had this little dog. It was a little Yorkie. And I would go over there and hang out with her and the dog all the time. Like, that was me when I was in, like, 5th grade. I would go over this, like, old lady's house, this older woman's house, and I would just hang out with her and her dog. And, like, I just loved it. I went over there all the time. That was fun. Okay, what color are we gonna make the body? 65-year-old greetings from Switzerland. Yeah, like, I think my mom is, like, in her early 60s. And like, I don't view her as an, like, she's not old. She always is like, I'm so old. And I'm like, but you're not old. She's like really in shape. She like does stuff. Age is just a mindset, right? Oh, so sore. Hi. Hi. What do you want? Oh, Mommy came to say hello. She came to say hi. We interrupt this stream to say hi to Molly. I bent down to get some glass and she came up to me and meowed. Yay! She's so sweet. Look at her little feet. Oh my goodness. Little studio kitten. She's not a kitten though. She's like almost 16. Today's her 16th birthday! Happy birthday, Molly! She's 16! You're so old! I loved hanging out with that lady, and she had her husband was really nice too. I would go and hang out with them. There was neighbors that we had across the street too that were like in their 80s and 90s, and I would go and hang out with them all the time too. I've always loved hanging out with older people. Happy birthday, Molly. You're ancient. I'm sorry I didn't get you a party hat. Not like she would have wanted a party hat anyway. Up close and personal. Kitty scratches, chin scratches. Is it gonna focus? I've had Molly for almost 10 years now. She's a sweet little cat. She loves it. She's got these tiny little feet. She's got these tiny little feet. And she's got these tiny little feet down here. She's just the cutest. Alright, let's get back to work, Molly. We gotta figure out what color we're gonna make the moth's body. You have a cactus that's 14-ish, my lord. I'm thinking for this, like a light mint. Hi, Molly. I know, you're so sweet. You're just so wanting love right now. Let's see. So this is what I'm thinking. She is super pretty. I love her colors. She's a black calico. So, very pale mint color. I think this will complement the wings very nicely. And we still have to do the bottom parts of the wings too. So, let's get the little body piece. We're just going to cut a tiny little chunk off. There's that. I've got to go, but happy Thursday. Have a good day. Thank you so much for hanging out, Atlas. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Just saw your Oceanside story. Yes, hello. Oh, I need to show everyone the glass. Do like a little preview or just show off some of the pieces at least that I just love so dearly, even though you just sell them. Some people on here don't have the Instagrams, so let me just cut off all these little bits and bobs, and then I'll show you. So I kind of partnered up with Oceanside Glass and Tile recently, and they sent me 5 sheets of glass, and I talked about it on my Instagram story, but I wanted to show you. I'll just go ahead and show you what I got. I'm pretty sure they did their homework on what I like. Either that or this is the biggest coinky dink of all time. So they sent me this beautiful blushy purpley pink, which is pale purple rough rolled. Has a really nice texture to it, and I've been needing a pink like this, so this was an amazing coincidence. They sent me this clear, which is clear crystal ice, which I have a sheet or 2 of this, but it's really pretty and I love it. Perfect for greenhouse collection type stuff. Maybe like a winter greenhouse. Ooh. They sent me sky blue and white wispy, which this is super pretty. I used this recently. I only had a few little tiny scraps of it, so it's really cool that they sent me more of it. Because all I had were like 2 little squares that I got from an estate sale. I got Mimosa Pearl Opal, which this one is insane. It's like yellowy orange, but it's not too neon. The yellow would be good for dog portraits. I think so. Maybe like a highlight or something on like a golden retriever's ears, like some of the more pale parts. But this one has a cool texture too. And then my favorite piece, and they didn't even say that I had to like show this what I got, but I'm just excited about it. So hello, Kira, welcome. Kira's hi. This one is my favorite. It's a wispy mossy green. It's really, really hard to get have it show up properly on the camera, but it's like just this beautiful forest green. This is deep olive and sea green water glass. So water glass has this kind of like watery ripple effect to it. So that one's my favorite. I just went and bought a bunch of greens that are in this same vein. Pixelating. My internet's probably just being weird. I'm sorry if it's getting pixely. So yeah, that's what they sent me. I was amazed, in shock and awe. So pretty. Alright, so now last spot for this. Sherry. Well, hello. Yes, I'll post pictures on Discord, because I'll be able to get like better color. That was a great green. I actually saw one like that the other day, but I chose not to get it because I already had like 4 sheets. So that like just completely rounded out my green collection, and I was like, I opened it, I was like, ah! I did I filmed me opening that, and I did like a live, like real-time reaction video. So just because I thought it would be fun. I thought it would be real fun. Alright, we need, like I said, to do these little bottom parts of the wing. I think it'll fit on like this. No, I think that's too small. We'll probably have to do it on this and just have it be like this really, I think this really intense blue would be super pretty to do the wing, these little wing parts, the bottoms of the wings. What's up? We are working on some miniature moths. I get distracted very easily, so we're working on moths, but I'm also just talking about a bunch of nonsense. As per usual, really. Nothing new. Nothing new there. Let's see if my glass breaking skills are enough to get these two pieces separated. Need a drink of water real quick. All right, so I'm gonna cut this one off first. This piece is not wanting to come off. It is not my friend right now. We're good. We got it. So now I'm just gonna cut this little sliver off and hope that this breaks appropriately as well. Hope and pray. We got it. And thank you so much. Sometimes I feel like if you can't hear it, it makes it less intimidating and like I'm not gonna mess it up. So that's why sometimes I'll just mute the mic. Ah! No! Wow. While I'm talking about it. I think it's fine. Oh my lord. I should not have spoken. I spoke too soon. The little end thunked off. That's okay. It's fine. So there's our little moth. Our little moth. It's okay. We can make it do. We can make it work. Minty moth. He's looking real cute. So we have our purple, and then we have our minty moth. And that's basically all we have time for today. I just ordered a quick fit bit for the grinder. It's a plastic piece. You only have to replace the actual diamond bit sleeve, and you can reverse it to use the whole thing. Ooh, very nice. I think I've seen those before. This is the ones that's made of brass, right? And you can just slide it off. Where am I from? I am from Florida in the United States. And thank you for the follow. So for those who might be new, I use an internet hotspot. Yes, I'm stealing all the internet. We use a wireless hotspot though, so I can only stream for about 2 hours because I stream multiple times a week. So I have to go ahead and cut the stream off there. For all my people on Twitch, we are going to find somewhere to go. We're gonna go raid someone. And thank you so much, Kira. I'm gonna say Kira, if that's okay. Kira? Whatever you want me to say. We're gonna find someone on Twitch to raid, and then go ahead and end it for today. So I think we will go to... Let's go to Sunny Day Ceramics. Sunday, sorry. She is very nice. So we're gonna go watch some pottery stuff. I can't see what she's streaming today. Pinch pots. So for everyone on Twitch, thank you so much for watching. We are going to go ahead and raid that person. Yes. And then I'll try to come in soon. But thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So Twitch people are going to leave soon. There we go. I started the raid. Yes. Raid. Raid. Alrighty. There we go. So Twitch, we are going to go raid now. And then for everyone else, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate you hanging out with me while I work, and I appreciate all the good questions. I may or may not be in the Discord today, in my Discord in the voice chat. So